Carlton's Travel Adventures. Go get your passport.
This is Carlton with Carlton's Travel Adventures. Another beautiful day in Medellin. Another year, another rental ordeal. This year, something new popped up. Always listen to the end of the video. Might be able to avoid another disaster I went through, okay? All right, listen in. So let's talk about moving again in 2021, okay? So a quick summary, watch the other videos I've had, but a quick summary, why I'm moving again. I move every year. Well, you have to give the landlord 3 months notice that you're leaving or staying, right? And I thought about moving to Cartagena. I really thought about it because I'm a big fisherman. I love to fish for big fish, and I miss it. My fishing equipment is still in storage in Florida, and I want to go get it and start fishing again. I miss it. So I gave him the 3 months notice. Also, I was kind of tired of the airplanes flying above. Minor thing, but I really wanted to go to Cartagena. Some of my videos, I went over there, looked for a spot. Probably went too late in the year, so I couldn't find anything permanent for a year or so. So I moved out, started looking for an apartment. I was running up on time to move out towards December 30th. So I said I couldn't do it fast enough. So I decided to put my stuff in storage and go to Airbnb, right? So my video on about that. I was planning on staying about 3 months, ended up staying in 1 month. It's okay. So I started looking, but that gave me time, extra month to look for something. So I started looking to the agent. Went around, looked at the apartments, and looked at take names like I always do, and that wasn't working out too good. Then I went to one of the agencies, Santa Fe, a real big agency. Same issue. They need a guarantor, or my option was to get a CDT, which is a CD collateral. They wanted 5 months of your rent in CD. Didn't like it too much, but I figure, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. Some of my subscribers said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna lose your 5 months rent. They'll find somebody to do it. Take it. But I know some people that rent from Santa Fe before, and they're saying, one of the top companies, don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine. You won't lose your rent. All right, so I said, let me go with them. They found me some real nice spots, good prices. So if you want to use them, I'm okay with that. But I had some issues with them. So they found me a real nice spot towards Las Americas, brand new building. First one to live there, 8th floor, beautiful view. Some other spots around in the area, really nice, okay? So I finally went in, fill out application out. I'm set. I'm going to pay the 5 month CDT. Not worry about it. And then I started having some problems. Okay, so they wanted $1.6 million, which was a good price, but you always counter, right? Always counter with a little less. I want to counter with $1.5 million because there was a second floor in that same building being leased, and I'd call them up, another realtor, and they said they'll take $1.5 million. Okay, but they didn't rent to gringos, so I said, okay, that's fine. Other one is on the 8th floor, better view. They wanted $1.6 million, just try $1.5 million also. Sit there, take it. Rental is not as good as it used to be because them gringos are around and because of the COVID, right? So I figured they would. Now I told my rental agent to call them and find out if they'll take $1.5 million, and like 2 days to get no answer. I'm saying, what's the deal? Just tell me an answer, yes or no. Actually, I was going to rent it anyway at $1.6 million. So I finally went in on a Saturday and said, look, why don't you answer me? Where's the answer? They just ignore me. Well, excuse. And somebody told me, look, what's happening probably is they probably got $1.6 million, to rent it, and they'll give the owner $1.5 million, and they'll keep $100,000 every month. In other words, the owner might give them the apartment to rent. Let's say I get about $1.5 million for it. They charge $1.6 million, $100,000 a month comes in your pocket. I don't know if it's true or not, but no answer. So I went in, I said, look, man, I'll take the $1.6 million, all right? But I want to see it again, just to make sure everything's okay, because it had a kind of weird setup. It was beautiful, though. So I said, can I see it on the Sunday? And they go, let me call the owner. They called the owner and said, owner said, I'm going out of town, I'll show it to you on Monday. And I said, wait a minute now. Just told me you couldn't contact the owner for like 3 days to discuss the counter offer. And I thought to myself, but you just spoke to him. They said, come on Monday. I mean, real curious about that. So somebody's lying somewhere. Either the owner's not responding because they don't want to, they're waiting to see if somebody else will get it at $1.6 million, or rental company is playing a game, is not talking to them. Wait for somebody else to come in. When I went in second morning, they said, well, we have 3 people looking at it. So if you want to make a decision right away, it's a good price. So it's possible they were playing games themselves and not the owner. Okay? That's the biggest problem. So I said, I'll take it. Fill the application out, went home, willing to pay got the money from the bank, willing to pay the CDT 5 months rent, 5 times $1.6 million. I'm sitting home, I thought about it, I got kind of upset at it and said, wait a minute now, that's unlike these games, you know what I mean? I like these games. I don't want to pay the CDT anyway, and I like these games. It's like I kind of really worked up. It's in a bad mood anyway. And then that same afternoon, Saturday afternoon, got a call from a subscriber, and he said, I've got this one guy here, and Carlos, and he takes me around, he's my driver, and he shows me the apartments, and he used to be a realtor, and he'll call the people, negotiate it for you. He knows which numbers on the buildings are private versus, they're big agencies, so save you a lot of time. Just charge you for the drive time, $6,000 an hour for drive time. I said, okay, I'll check it out. Even though I had one set. So he drove me around. I saw this one spot here, brand new building. It was beautiful. I'll show it to you in a minute. And same price, $1.6 million, but it had no garage and parking and no extra storage facility. Most of them had the garage, which I rented out for somebody else for $100,000, and a storage room. This one didn't have any. I said I really don't need them anyway. I usually make $100,000 a month off the garage space, but I said okay, I'll take it. Okay, so loved the spot, looked at it. It's brand new, not to see. I mean, it's brand new, beautiful view. And I said, I'm all set. I'm good. I'm set to go. The guy wanted 6 months rent up front, which I got. No big deal. I've done that before anyway, so it wasn't really a big deal. And so I told him I want to move in by January 26th. Time to move. I don't want to leave February 1st. Said okay. He charged me for the extra 5 days, prorated, which just kind of sucks. I thought he would do it for free, the extra 5 days. No one's here. But okay, I paid it. Okay. So when the problem began. So I moved in. 2 days, 3 days to move in. I moved in. Then I discovered something really serious. You're gonna blame me, and I'll take full responsibility. But I never thought this would happen. Since it's a brand new building, it was not wired yet for any kind of TV or internet service. Wasn't wired yet. I moved in the first day, but I stayed here. I'm going to call, for the service. And I said, which service do you have here? You have Tigo, Comcast, or whatever. And he goes, oh, it's not wired yet. I'm like, what do you mean it's not wired yet? It's going to take don't worry, by Monday. This is like a Friday. By Monday, don't worry about it. By Monday, they'll be here, run the wires, and you'll be okay. Lying. Monday comes. It's by Wednesday for sure, they'll be here. Now I was having lunch with another subscriber, and he told me, oh, my friend went to the same thing, rented an apartment, close to, in Exito, and he moved in. The place was not wired. They said it will be there in 2 weeks. It took him like a month or more to come wire the building. No, they have the slots available throughout the walls, but it's not wired. I'm thinking, why would you open an apartment and let people in if it's not wired for service, internet and TV? Why would you do that? I don't get that, you know? I never thought to ask that question because I never thought that they would even do that. All right, so people blame me, I get it. I never thought about it. Never thought, I'm getting very pissed off. Because I work online, I trade, I do everything online. So first it's going to be Monday, then it's going to be Wednesday. Wednesday come, oh, by next week, got the picture, and I'm getting furious. So I went down and bought a second, I have 2 phones, a second phone plan with another 11 gigabytes of data service on it, so I can run my laptop, off that, all right, to the hotspot. That cost me 60,000 pesos. I just figure I have an extra just per month because my regular phone plan, it's 8 gigabytes and it's almost finished. I couldn't last another month on the old plan, so I bought another plan, and now I'm talking to DirecTV, I'm talking to Tigo, talking to Movistar. They all have issues. You will not believe what I went through. You gotta hear this. Tigo finally came after 2 weeks and wired the building. No problem. I had Tigo last year, paid my bill in my own name, paid my bill every month before it was due. I paid on the 1st, it's due on the 8th. Never had a problem. They have a problem renewing my service. Something about I have to get validated, and when somebody put the first application in, they made one mistake, so I have to wait for the system to reset to do the validation. All this mess, man. So it kept going on and on and on. 3-4 days, no service. Even though the wires are finally in the building, they couldn't set me up because of validation. Long story short, it's been 3 weeks. I'm still not validated for Tigo. I couldn't get Tigo. It's not you okay. It's not because you're American, but the system, didn't validate you. If you get a Colombian individual, put it in your name, there's no problem. Someone tell me they have a limited amount of spots for, gringos, and that's the issue. I don't know, but it's been 3 or 4 weeks. I still not validated, right? I finally gave up on him. Went to DirecTV because my neighbor has DirecTV. I don't like DirecTV normally. Satellite, I heard about the weather thing, bad service. I finally went down there, applied for, put an application in. They declined me. Next day they declined me. So you're kidding me. I'm showing you how much money I make every month. That's more than for my pension. That's more than Colombians make. That's 4 times what Colombians make, or whatever. And you approve a bunch of Colombians and you wouldn't approve me? What's the reason? So I got a YouTube channel. I want to know the reason I'm declined. No answer. They won't tell me. I said, well, I'll pay you the full cost for 12 months. I said, okay, we'll do it then. So I gave them like $1.7 million, I think. They set up a schedule. They come. I was getting really pissed off at them, Asked them, when you coming? Oh, we'll be there on Saturday, sometime. I mean, between 8 and 9, between 8 and 1, between 8 and 4, tell me, we don't know. It's a contractor and we don't know what time he's coming. Just stay home all day. Give me a range. No, we don't have a range, just wait all day. We'll be there. It's the next day, so be happy we're coming the next day. Okay. I mean, I'm really worked up. So I wait there almost all day. They could call me about 3 o'clock on the way over. They come in, did all their little machine to test the signal, I guess. Told me that, oh, you're not a good candidate. We can't get a good signal for the Wi-Fi. What do you mean you can't get a good signal? No, you can have TV, and we're inform the company. They're gonna call you and say, do you want TV alone? But we can't do it the internet. So let's wait. I said, no, I don't want. Actually, I don't even want TV. I don't want the internet. I can get TV myself for free, But all the companies have the combination, combo package. I said, I don't even want TV. I want internet, Wi-Fi, data, Sorry, it won't work. It's a bad location. Oh God. So I had to call them back up, go down there to, Jumbo, the home center, get my money back. Then they kept 50,000 pesos. You'll get it back in about 3 weeks. What do you mean? Oh, the installation company charges that, but we'll refund you in 3 weeks. I mean, what? It was just today. Yesterday I gave it to you. Yes, sorry, just a policy. But you'll get it back in 3 weeks. Let's see what happens. So, no Tigo, no DirecTV. Go to Movistar. They said, yes, I called the main office in Bogota because they left some flyers in the building that we are available in your building, Movistar. I called the lady in the office in Bogota. We're talking about this. I said, are you sure you're available? Yes, we're there. I said, I went to one of these shopping malls. I spoke to someone there this last week. They said they're not available, in that area I want to be in. They said, no, they're wrong. I said, are you sure? I want to waste a week with you guys, and it's not available. I know what I'm talking about. Of course it's available. Didn't you get a flyer in your mail? I said, yeah, but okay, since you're sure, no problem. She does the application and said, you know what? I got a problem too with the application. I'm not sure what's causing it because you're American or you're gringo. But don't worry, I'll fix it. You'll get your TV next week. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Meantime, I'm asking the owner. I'm pissed at the owner. He's the one that, he said he owns 5 buildings around here. I said, why don't you tell me, gringos work online, why don't you tell me this stuff? Can you put it in your name, help me out? Stop, won't even talk to me, okay? Got all my money, 6 months. F you now, right? So Movistar spent 2 days or 3 days getting ready. Then one day I came home, saw the Movistar guys outside the building. Just let me talk to the horse's mouth himself. So I said, guys, is this building available, the installation? Right now, can I get Movistar? He said, no, you can't get it. I said, what do you mean you can't get it? He said, no, we wired it last week, but there's a problem, a major problem. We can't hook it up yet. Probably 8 to 15 days, we don't know. I said, what? I called a lady back in Bogota. I said, you know that? I told you to check 3 times. You said you were right. Let me see. Then another guy came on the phone. He was talking to her, and so forth. The guy's name was in a flyer because I heard she said something to him. And then he said, no, you won't be available to get it. I said, I just talked to her 3 days. I asked her to verify. Then nothing. No response, nothing. Didn't answer not available for this. So I have no service from DirecTV, from Tigo, from Movistar, 0. I'm getting more and more upset. I'm getting a pain in my chest. I'm just getting worked up, about it. Buddy, keep me calm down. Just relax. Not end of the world. Relax, And I finally spoke to a friend. She said, "Oh, and I'll put it in my name, and you get it tomorrow." I have friends at Tigo. I have friends at Claro. I put it in my name, and you're fine. I said, "Do you want me to pay you?" She said, "No, you're a friend. I know you for 5 years. You're a friend. I'll do it." She said, "Why didn't you ask me before?" I said, "I really don't want to ask people to do a favor for me. I really don't." Okay. So she did it, installed it the next day, and I'm good. So that's the ordeal this year. The story is, if you go into a brand new building, make sure you ask the question, do you have the building wired? Can I get cable? Can I get internet? Can I get service? If not, are you going to do something about it? You're going to put in your name, tell the owner, your name, what's the deal? Make sure you have the service available, or you're going to go into the same problem I had. Okay?